exposing the 10 best black cards to start your Commander collection right now. Black has been one of the strongest colors in Magic from its beginning all the way to even recent sets, like here with Dominaria United. Sheoldred the Apocalypse would be one of the creatures I would pick up to start my collection. The amount of cards that get drawn in a Commander game are just unreal. Sheoldred keeps you in that game and punishes your opponents for trying to take advantage of that great mechanic. Sheoldred's also not an immediate kill on sight in a game of Commander, unless Nekusar is around. So it's going to sit there and do work. Alright, we had a really new card. Let's go back to a really old card. How about a copy of Demonic Tutor? This is the best tutor in Commander. 2 mana, get anything you want, put it right into your hand. There is no question there are other great tutors in Commander, especially in Black, but this is the cream of the crop. There's tons of cool printings out there too, so if you don't like this white border copy, you can get something a little bit more modern too. It would be hard to justify not playing this copy though, because the text is just so classic 90s. Search your library for a card and take it into your hand. Reshuffle your library afterwards. Alright, let's stick with the classic theme. You're going to want a Dark Ritual. It's a bulk common, so you don't have to pay really anything to get a copy of this, unless you want something really special. And trust me, those exist. But starting a game with like Swamp, Dark Ritual, and then a 3 mana play is just absolutely broken. At that point, it's pretty much Black Lotus. When you're playing Commander, if someone fires off a Dark Ritual early in the game, you should go on to Red Alert. Alright, next card I want in my collection, Black Market Connections. You do have to be careful because you must choose one of these things at the beginning of your main phase. With 40 life though, you're probably choosing all 3, losing 6 life, and getting a ton of value every single turn. In the right deck, this is better than Sylvan Library. It's definitely better than Phyrexian Arena. It's just an absolute must-have for your Black Commander decks. Your Commander collection also needs a copy of Reanimate. You can pull a creature out of anyone's graveyard and just lose life equal to its mana value. Some decks really abuse this. Think Corvold replaying Dockside Extortionist over and over again. Or maybe someone has an Eldrazi just sitting in their graveyard for some reason. It's yours now. The value of this 1 mana spell is just so over the top. When 1 mana is too much to pay, you play a free spell instead. Deadly Relic permanently removes a creature for the game for the cost of no mana. It's Commander, you're going to have your Commander out. This is not going to cost 4 mana. You're going to get rid of a problematic creature for good. An absolutely huge pickup and a definite must-play. Fellow comrades, make sure you pick up Opposition Agent as well. When your opponent tutors, it becomes our library. Exile the card that you want, and then benefit from it. You might only ever get 1 card out of it, but in longer games, people forget that this is around and start tutoring, and sometimes you get even more than 1 card. Pair it with Marilyn the Morn Song, and you get to tutor everyone's library every single turn. This can stop your opponents from winning the game, and you might be able to find a card that helps you win the game as well. Toxic Deluge might be the most efficient board wipe there is out there. It gets around indestructible, and you can choose how much life you need to pay. Sometimes this can be a big beating, but 7 or 8 life to take out everything on the board, including maybe like a Coma or a Consecrated Sphinx, is really huge play. The 3 mana cost is also a huge upside. An absolutely easy win in my books. Alright, for the final 2 cards, we're going to talk 2 win cons. But first, you've been with me this long, you might as well hit that like, follow, and share with your friends. Also, let me know which cards you think I missed for this list. Alright, big win con number 1, card number 9, Bisa Citadel. I especially love the retro foil frame from the Play promo. Start churning through the top of your deck, paying life to cast your cards instead of mana. Awesome. If you find Sensei's Divining Top, you can start flipping cards into your hand that you can't cast as well, so there'll be no stopping you. Build up that storm and cast something to absolutely punish your opponents. And the final card you need, maybe the most powerful card in Black, AdNauseum. A correctly built deck with AdNauseum means you're probably going to draw 30 to 40 cards. Almost every single Commander deck with 30 or 40 cards in hand will win the game. 40 life is such an easy thing to abuse in Commander, and this card does it the best. As a side note, make sure that if your opponent is playing Black, that you're attacking them constantly to whittle down their life total. It's way harder to win with 20 life for your AdNauseum than it is with 40 life for your AdNauseum.